Hello Terraria enthusiasts, my name is James and today we're talking about the recent changes to Terraria that will honestly divide a few people. And to be honest, this is probably as controversial as Terraria news is ever going to get around here. So we're actually talking about the console exclusive stuff and how it's going to be changed with the launch of 1.3. So Senex made a forum post earlier going over the reasons why they are going to change the console stuff and then what they're going to change. So to briefly hit on the why, just to kind of give everybody a background, course on this. So essentially what happened was, after the 1.1 patch, Red actually stepped away from Terraria to do some things in his personal life. And then they struck a deal to have the PC version ported over to console. So at that point, Hallowed Armor was the strongest armor in the game, and that was for all of the PC players. So when they were making the console edition, they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add a few new armors in. They were resprites. They were very poor resprites, but they added in a few extra armors that were past Hallowed and a brand new boss called Ocram that players could beat at the end of their adventure. So really cool stuff in reality. That was actually pretty cool. But then what happened was, Senex and Red brought Terraria back to life with Terraria 1.2, which made all of that stuff completely irrelevant. And to be honest, it was only there as kind of a marketing tactic, to be honest. It was, here guys, have some extra content. Which is why I respect Senex so much for making this post, because Senex had such a huge involvement in bringing Terraria back to life. And that is just awesome. That's really cool. Right, so this is where things get a little bit divided. What are they changing? So here is essentially what they're going to do. To go over the small stuff first, they are going to change the armor sets that was added in, the Dragon armor, the Spectral armor, and the Titan armor. And they are now going to be vanity outfits, and they're going to be sold by the traveling merchant, and if you already have them, they'll just convert to vanity items. So I'm fine with this change. I don't feel like the armors really matter, to be honest. I mean, the armors always looked cooler than they actually were, so having them as a vanity is actually a really nice compromise. I'm really happy with that. Now, aside from armors, the actual weapons that the console exclusive stuff added in is actually going to be removed. So the Shranga, gone. The Tizona, gone. The Tombagiri, gone. And the Vulcan Repeater, gone. As well as Spectral and Vulcan arrows. So I'm not too bothered about this one. I really liked the Shranga. I thought the Shranga was great for those who weren't too great at beating the wall of flesh. And if they spent a little bit of extra time making two bows in hell, they could make the Shranga. So I thought that was a really good transitional bow. So obviously they don't think that way. They're removing it. And what they'll do is they'll swap it for very similar items. So if you log back on and you had a Shranga, you'll have a very similar bow, but they're gone from the game. So I'm actually kind of sad about the Shranga leaving, but other than that, I'm fine with that. So this is another big one. All of the console exclusive enemies, gone. They are gone. So this includes the Albino Antlion, the Dragon Skulls, the Shadow Hammers, Spectral Gastropods, Archdemons, Dragon Snatchers, Shadow Mummies, Spectral Mummies, Archwyverns, Orcas, Shadow Slimes, Vampire Miners, Dragon Hornets, Servant of Ocram, and Spectral Elementals. So they're now gone. So the reason they give for this is because they believe that they were just resprites. I always hated these enemies. I really hated these enemies. When I first played console Terraria, these were insanely unbalanced. Like, they didn't fit the balancing at all. Like, you couldn't even go into underground jungle because of the Dragon Hornets. They were just too strong. They were just way stronger than all of the other enemies. So they never really made too much sense to me. So they're now gone. So next up is pets. They're actually removing all of the pets that came with console edition. So that includes the bat, the guinea pig, the slime, the little hornet, the werewolf, and the zombie. Now, personally, I'm a little bit sad about this, to be honest. I thought having exclusive pets was actually really cool, considering the first ever exclusive item you could get in Terraria was a pet bunny. So having the console edition where you could get 6 different pets, having that cut, that kind of sucks to me. I wish they kept that at least. I do wish they kept that. At least the guinea pig pet, because I actually thought that one was really good. And I thought that was pretty relatable. A lot of people have guinea pigs as pets in the real world, so I thought that one fit really well. Alright guys, so here is the most controversial change they are actually removing Ocram entirely from the game. They're just getting rid of him. Now, in all honesty, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I feel like the person who programmed him is going to be a little bit gutted. Marco is going to be a little bit gutted. But it never really did fit Terraria, admittedly. But I really just wish they'd given it a little bit of love and made it fit the game and kept it in, because it was nice to have a reason to play through console Terraria. It was nice to have that exclusive content. Now the only exclusive content that we know about is going to be in Mobile Edition. So I am actually really sad to see this one go. So what they're doing is they're keeping the Ocram mask and trophy in as legacy items, but once the update arrives, you won't be able to get them anymore. And that genuinely makes me really sad. I really think that Ocram should stay, but you know, I'm not in control of this kind of thing. And I feel like a lot of people will think he should stay, and a lot of people will think, nah, just get rid of him. He was bad. So yeah, that one was interesting to read. I was genuinely shocked when I read that one. Right, well anyway guys, that is actually all we know. They didn't announce a new release date or anything like that. They just announced what is happening to all of this content. I am bummed out because I did really want to find out what Expert Ocram was going to be. Instead, they removed him. Right, well that's going to do it for today's Terraria video. If you liked this one and you'd like to see more, make sure to click that subscribe button. By subscribing to Chippy Gaming, you're in the one-stop place for all your Terraria needs. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.